Happy New Moon Friday, beautiful souls. How is everybody? I am super excited to be here with you today. It feels like, well, it's been a month, right? So it feels like such a long time since I've talked to the collective. I want to thank you guys for being here. I've got a huge, crazy reading to do today. We've got the astrology report for April. We've got to talk about the new moon today in Aries and talk about a little bit what's been going on. Thank you guys who are supporting me on Patreon. The interactions over there have been great. I hope you guys have enjoyed the videos that I have done over there. It has really helped fill in the gaps and the spaces of what's been going on for March and what people were feeling. I'm not going to get into a lot of that because obviously if you guys want to know what's been happening and what everybody's been experiencing, head over there and watch the videos on Patreon. I also have a super exciting announcement for you all. And that is that Spirit blessed me with two amazing channeling transmissions this past week that I have put up for sale for you guys. The first one is a complete auric healing transmission that clears and heals your auric fields for your physical, your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual. You can do this for yourself as well as for your beloved or any other soul that you choose, as long as you ask, you know, call on their higher self and ask permission to do such. Along with that, and excuse me, you guys, I'm sniffling like crazy. My allergies are going nuts. So I apologize ahead of time because I'm going to be sniffling, but I can't help it. And yeah, anyway, but the second thing, the second channel transmission is a twin flame light codes union transmission. Now, what's important to know, super important, and when I tell you Spirit strongly advised that I make sure you guys know this, you cannot do the twin flame union transmission unless you do the auric clearing for yourself and your beloved first, okay? So you actually need to do the auric clearing twice, at least once for yourself, then do it the second time, calling in your beloved with their permission. If everything goes well in that transmission and you are able to successfully complete it, then and only then are you supposed to go on to the twin flame union light codes transmission. Again, I always tell people, use your intuition. However, Spirit very strongly directed me that these were the instructions for this. It is a very powerful, both of them are very powerful transmissions. You can purchase them individually or at a discount as a bulk together. I will put the information under the video of how you can directly get to it. But they are super powerful, and I suggest for any of those of you who are coming out of the March energy of being in a really dark place and really purging, that these transmissions, the auric fields clearing transmission, is super, super important. Spirit pushed me to make sure I got those out for you guys by today so you can get through this new moon and release and purge and do the things you need to do, as well as bringing in these light codes for union. So you can go to shamamahuntingowl.com. On the menu tab, there is a thing that says purchase audios. You click that and it will take you directly to the page where you can buy the audios. Or you can go straight to shamamahuntingowl.fat, F-A-T, free, F-R-E-E, shop, S-H-O-P.com, and you can purchase them right there directly. You know, these are meant to be done whenever you need to do them. Spirit pushed me to get them done for now, for those of you who are ready and open to receiving these. They are filled with they are just filled with light codes, sacred geometry, truly spiritual codes. I can't even explain it to you guys. So if you are interested, hop on over there. The information will be under the video in the box to help guide you there after the video. So, okay, with that, talk about March just for a brief moment. March came in very calm for most, but went out like a roaring fucking lion for a lot of us. After the full moon in March, literally it was like a lion roared and woke the fuck up and started ripping me and a large portion of the collective to shreds, including the masculine. What I mean by this is I went into a place of very, very deep purging, to levels that I have not experienced since basically the beginning of my journey. It literally felt like a dark night of the soul. And I was in despair, and I was despondent, and I literally wanted to dig a hole in my backyard and crawl in it and never come out. I was like done, fit, tied, depressed, you name it. It was bad. And all sorts of very deep things were coming up for me to purge, to heal with from my past. Again, we say this, shit that I thought had been long gone, there was just roaring its ugly head. Right in my face, making me have to deal with stuff. And physically, my body physically hurting and in pain on top of the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual pain that I was going through. And a lot of you reached out saying that you too were experiencing this. Mostly the last week of March, you know, with last week and a half of March up until through the last couple days now into April. The energy started to release for me on Sunday. I started to come out of it, feel a little bit better. Was good on Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday I got hit again with a wave of it. Definitely not as heavy. This was more a wave of fear, insecurities, and sadness that came up. Basically what is happening is we are purging for the collective. We are purging for our masculine, and not our masculine meaning specifically another person, our masculine. Talking about our own masculine wounds that we hold within ourselves. Remember, we are made up of a masculine and a feminine energy combined, and we hold these energies and they carry wounds, ancestral wounds. You know, we carry an epigenetic code from our parents, you know, the egg and the sperm, our mother, our father. Those things are affected by the emotional and mental states of both of our parents at that moment, when the egg was made, when that sperm was made, when those conjoined. That energy is in our cells. It is imprinted for generations and generations and generations. And this is something that we have to purge. So it's not just ourselves. It's not just our beloved counterpart, who, by the way, the masculine is getting crushed right now. As a matter of fact, what I did want to say was that one of my beloved divine feminines who shares her journey with me, her masculine reached out now where she is already in, it's already Saturday where she is, and during the new moon for her, her masculine reached out with a message, that simply was, you know, I love you, he was basically begging her to come and save him. And I mean a physical message. I mean a text fucking message, you guys, of him asking, like, please save me from what is going on. Like, I am lost without you, and I don't know how to get to you. And so the masculine is suffering, and this moon is truly bringing up, you know, this despair in the masculine. And that was a lot of the despair that I could feel that I was purging myself, is this feeling lost, not knowing how to get out of the situations that we have gotten ourselves into, so to speak. And the masculine has gotten themselves into some pretty sticky situations, not unlike the feminine has, okay? The feminine has been able to overcome many of the situations that we have gotten ourselves in throughout the time. And it has taken us a long time to get to where we are. And as you see, we still have these purge cycles. And I honestly couldn't even imagine, okay, doing the purge that I did last week and being in full physical union with my twin at the same time. I couldn't imagine doing that because it was ugly, it was nasty, it was dirty, it was bad, and I would not and did not want to even contaminate the collective or my friends with that energy, let alone my beloved. So there is a reason why we are still, you know, going through these cycles of, you know, unions not fully manifesting yet, because the toxicity that still is coming up needs to go, needs to be cleared in order for these unions to come together harmoniously and in a way where we're not repelling each other constantly. We are trying to break the cycle of union, reunion, separation, reunion, separation. If we stay in separation, quote unquote, then we are much quicker and easier in clearing the things we need to clear without the constant triggers of each other on top of our own stuff that we're trying to get rid of. So that's what I want to say about that. So know and understand, Divine Feminine, the masculine is suffering, whether you see it, understand it, whether they're Facebook, whatever, social media looks like they're out there having a grand old time. Remember, that's illusion. There still is, the closer we get to coming into union, which again, we are getting closer and closer by the day, the more the matrix, the state of illusion, the darkness, people call it, you know, tries to rise up. You know, for me, I don't even, you know, yes, there is darkness, but for me, it's like, I feel like it gets harder the closer we get to union because we are really refining ourselves to the best possible beings that we can be. So yeah, that takes a lot of pressure, a lot of heat, a lot of intensity. So that is what's been going on with that. So now you throw in this new moon, right, in Aries today. You know, the dark night, literally the dark night, where everything needs to come up, okay? We are being allowed to purge and manifest at this moon, and it being in Aries is all about this fiery portal of energy, okay? And for days now, and it was amazing, for days now I have been seeing this portal of fire, okay? And when I went online to find the photo for this video, the photo that I found, and when you guys go back to look at the thumbnail, truly was the vision that I was seeing of this portal of fire, this star gateway that we are being forced through. Now, we are giving birth to an entirely new life for ourselves. Many of us have felt disconnected from our gifts, quote unquote gifts, from our true essence, let us say, but from our spiritual side, and have felt disconnected from our masculine. That has been to save us, to protect us right now. Being that deeply connected with our masculine when they are going through such an intense time is detrimental to our own focus, growth, and healing, okay? We are also being shifted, the Divine Feminine, as much as the masculine is, in different ways. So we have sort of been unplugged for a little while. So clarity has been a real issue, but now things are starting to be reconnected and plugged in, and we're starting to feel our masculine again, hear our messages again, get clarity again. It is coming. The fog is lifting, and this Aries energy, Aries is all about action and bringing fire to the situation. you know, and yes, it can be a little impetuous, but sometimes there's this need for not necessarily playing step by the rules, by the book, and being cautious all the time. Sometimes you need to throw caution to the wind. So this Aries energy is really, well, for me especially, like I've got my sun in Capricorn, my moon in Aries, I've got my ascending in Capricorn, and then I've got my north node in Aries. So I have all of this Capricorn and Aries energy, with Capricorn being very practical, logical, stable, you know, using my reasoning. And then I've got all this Aries energy, which is all like, fuck that, get up and go and be crazy and be adventurous. And so I am feeling this very much, and you can probably feel that energy now, even in this video as I'm talking, because I feel very charged up, yet I'm trying to stay very stable and grounded when I'm talking to you guys and on task. So my point is, the fog is going to lift. The connection is going to come back, and it's going to come back hard. It's going to come back stronger. We are in this birthing cycle. As we are pushing through this fiery portal, this gateway of fire, it is that, you know, what Spirit showed me is we are in this stage of birthing where you start to crown. Now, those of you who are familiar with giving birth understand crowning is when the baby's head starts to come out, descend, and you are ready to push. It can be the most painful part of labor, okay? Is the pushing. But it's also the part you have the most control over, okay? And the part that will be over. Like, you're right there at the end. The light is coming, okay? But you've got to be strong and have that fire and really just pull every ounce of strength that you have left in you after laboring to push that baby out, right? Well, this is where we are. We are birthing a new us, a new masculine, a new earth, okay? You can also look at it as like going through the eye of a needle, okay? How tiny is an eye of a needle? Try to thread that shit, man. I know I can't do it. We are pushing. We are being forced through an opening that is so tiny and small right now that it is taking every ounce of every fiber in our being, every ounce of our integrity, commitment, and strength to do this, okay? So we are getting fired up. This Aries energy is reigniting the fire so we can continue to take action. And you're going to come out of this shift a completely different person, you guys, in a good way. And the masculine is coming out of this shift in a completely new place. We are being reborn again, and it is a constant state of transformation. But this one's been a bitch, let me just tell you. So anyway, okay. What else do I want to talk about? I want to do the astrology report from Katie. So Katie is... her website is templeofcosmicastrology.com. She's an amazing, amazing astrologer. She can explain things to you if you really don't even understand about your chart and astrology in a way that nobody else can. She has helped me understand so many things about myself through her work. So she has written the report for us for the month of April. And because there is so much going on in the month of April, we're really focusing on the beginning part because there's just way too much to talk about. We will continue to talk about the other stuff over on Patreon in those videos if you are interested in learning more about the astrology that'll be happening later in the month. Okay, guys, hang on. Let me take a drink and... All right, let's do this. April begins with a powerful conjunction between Pluto and the South Node. This is an intense karmic clearing of ancestral lines, and for some light workers and starseeds, clearing and holding space for the collective as they too transition through this plutonic cycle. This aspect heralds an immense shift on a truly cosmic scale, and what is unraveling now will culminate all the way from now until January of 2020 with the Saturn-Pluto conjunct. For these weeks are an imperative part of the greater story unfolding in the collective astrology and the global awakening that is taking place over the next coming years. What seems to be shrouded in darkness is being brought to light. You may feel in the very depths of despair, hopelessness, and heartache right now, but these emotions are pushing through the cracks of your walls to break them down and push you forth into your higher path and away from the mirage and the illusions that have been attempting to distract you. It's exactly what I was saying, you guys. Okay, this is what is happening. We are being squeezed and pushed through these spaces that are so fucking tiny. But it has to happen. And when we come out, we break down those walls. We come out that birth canal. We go through the fire. We are new. We are reborn. We are in a totally different place than we were previously. All right, so Mercury turned direct on the 28th of March, but it is still being conjunct with Neptune during the first week of April, meaning that things may still be foggy, confused, and you still may feeling a detached energy hovering around you. It is also a deeply profound time for soul retrieval, astral travel, and working with your Akashic records. So if you guys understand how to do that, you know, or want to learn how to do that, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to other people, how to connect with your Akashic records, how to project, how to get into doing a soul retrieval. I do soul retrieval work also, you guys. So if you're needing help with this, reach out. I'm here. All right. There's nothing to do or to be as this cosmic current is guiding you to safety. So just flow with it. So in other words, you know, don't try to fight the current. And I think we may even have, I don't know. There's so many cards here. I don't even know what the hell's going on. But there's this need to don't fight the darkness. Don't fight the feelings that are coming up inside of you. Don't try to sweep them under the rug and put on a happy face, but live from your heart. So if you're in pain and despair, let that shit come out. Face it. Look at what is causing you that pain and despair. Where is it generating from? Don't get stuck in it. Allow it to move through you. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Where am I? All right. Everything is unfolding, probably not like you've even expected it to. But with so much of this Pisces energies in the sky, the divine absolutely has a plan that is well beyond your scope of perception and logic right now. You just need to trust in your ability to look past the illusions with ease. For this kind of astrology that is going on can bring many into your field. So much magic is held within this aspect. We find a way to flow with the frequency instead of swimming against the current. So we need to look past the illusions. And I know, okay, I went through a huge, like, I had some crazy fucking dreams, okay, last week. And there's more. Hey, I'll get to it in a second, but I want this whole illusion thing. I had some crazy fucking dreams about my beloved and about some other situations that were very much 3D generated matrix fear illusion dreams that were meant to trigger me into despair and sadness and questioning. So remember that just because you have a vision, if it is a vision that is scary or upsetting to you, it is based in fear, not in love. And that is something that is coming up to be cleared. It is not necessarily a projection of something that is to come. Okay, so remember that. Okay, so swim with the current. Go with the flow. The new moon in Aries on the 5th, which is today, is a welcome burst of energy to ignite a fire from deep within you. This moon is helping you pick up the pieces after the profound Pluto South Node conjunct ripped apart something in your world. It helped you move forward from this for good. So literally, like, this thing that we have purged is something that is like actually like felt like it has been ripped off of your body, like forcibly removed from you. And it's gone. Like, once you purge this piece, this piece is gone now. We will not have it anymore. You can find the courage needed to walk away from unhealthy dynamics and patterns right now. But the first step needs to come from you. You are cosmically supported in this process. This is the perfect time to initiate something in the realms of your natal Aries house, with the blossoming of courageous shift coming in from Aries, full moon later in the year. So we are building this culmination of this Aries energy to walk away from unhealthy things. This Aries energy is giving us the fire, the action, and the courage to make definitive changes in our lives, to end things that need to go. Again, we're continually shifting and changing, you guys. We are ending little things. We are beginning new little things. We are ending big things. We start new big things. This is a constant flow. And this time right now is a time for ending these big pieces. The current astrology configuration has never before been seen in our lifetime, or in fact not for hundreds of years, with Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune all in their home signs. We are living in a strange and beautiful time right now, beloveds, and the only way out is going in, Walk through the fires of Aries season with confidence. Complete faith in a bigger celestial story. The star in you. For your presence, purpose, and heart is so deeply needed at this crux of the rebirth and the ascension of Gaia and humanity. So thank you, Katie. You know, everybody's messages right now, guys, are aligning. You know we are being pushed. We know we are going through this rebirth. We know there is a significant stage of transformation. We keep talking about the end of 2020 and how important our unions and our missions are in getting into the stage where we are ready to take on this mass awakening that is going to happen. So this is where we're at, and this is what these energies are really pushing us towards right now. One other thing I want to talk about really quick that I remembered while I was reading Katie's transmission or report was, please at this time, always, but especially at this time, be careful who you're listening to, what you're reading, the videos you're watching, and who you are reaching out to for help, readings, and healings, okay? I have had many people reach out to me, okay, over the last month who have gotten put in very, let's say, important life lessons of reaching out to the wrong people, okay? You guys, if something doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you. Walk away from it. Okay? If something only resonates a little bit with you, take the little piece that does and dump the rest. But if there is someone who is making you feel energetically attacked, okay, or making you completely question and doubt every fiber of your being and your entire process of your journey up till this point, walk away. Walk the fuck away. Run away, okay? Get away from that person. So many of you have reached out that you have reached out to other readers, healers, whatever, and have had very traumatic and bad experiences. Well, I'm going to tell you quite up and honestly, that's why I'm here, okay? I am here to help you guys, to give you your readings, to do your healings for you, okay? If you're reaching out to other people and coming to me after the fact, there's not a lot that I can do, okay? If you want my help, please reach out to me. I am here to be of service to this community. I am not here to clean up everybody's messes though, okay? So I love you guys and I don't want to see you guys get hurt. And there has been so much pain caused by people reading and listening to other people's bullshit. And yes, they are lessons for you to learn on your journey, I guess. But sometimes it's nice to not have to learn those lessons the hard way. So please reach out. I am back. This is what I do full time. I am available to you guys within usually 3 days of you reaching out. I can have your sessions scheduled. So please take advantage of the fact that I am here for you. Okay, the reading. What did we use for this reading? So I got a couple of new decks while I was away, and I'm actually using all of them. They're not all from when I was away. And I had an amazing trip, by the way, to Tasmania. Oh my God, and Australia. Beautiful, beautiful place. We did so much healing, personal healing, healing for the land. Some of you saw the pictures that I had posted on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, of the work that we did there. It was just, oh my God, the most moving, beautiful experience, one of that I've had in my life. So it was great. Okay, so back to the reading. So the first deck that I used is The Voice of Knowledge by Don Miguel Ruiz. Okay, so this is the first deck. The second deck I used is the Wildwood Tarot. And the third deck I use for clarifiers is the Gateway Oracle. Okay, all gorgeous, gorgeous decks, you guys. You know, I love my decks, and now I've got a few more to share with you guys. So it's been really fun over the past couple weeks getting to share the new ones that I've gotten over since I've been gone. Okay, so we're starting with, and there's a couple different stories here. So the first card that came out is from the Voice of Knowledge, and it says, "We are born in truth, but we grow up believing in lies." And I love this, okay, because it's the nest with the eggs, okay? Again, the birth, the eggs waiting to be hatched, okay? And the card says, "One of the biggest lies in the story of humanity is the lie of our imperfection. When we believe this lie, we use the lie to judge ourselves, to punish ourselves, and to justify our mistakes." Okay? We are all imperfectly perfect. Just like every egg in this nest is a different color, we all come in different shapes, sizes, and we are taught from a very young age that our imperfections, that our differences, are our weaknesses, and that we all need to conform and be a certain way. And that's bullshit. And that's what makes us grow up doubting and not believing in ourselves and judging ourselves and having self-esteem issues and blah, 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 right? So we are at a place where we need to unprogram, to throw away the programming that we have been told for our whole lives, that we are imperfect and that is bad. We are not bad, and we are not to judge ourselves harshly. And okay, so this takes me back to just part of the message that I talked about from, I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but this reminds me of the message that my girlfriend, my beloved friend, got from her twin this morning, from her full moon time. New moon time, I mean, from her twin, about him reaching out and wanting her to save him. For the longest time on this journey, it has been the divine feminine's job to hold this space, to facilitate the healing for the masculine, as well as for herself. But the feminine is at a place now where it isn't our job anymore to do the healing for them. It is not our job to save them from themselves. And I know that with a lot of the divine feminine, we immediately think that if we are not in union, that means there must be something that we're doing wrong. There must be a part of us that isn't ready. We accept that responsibility and look at ourselves as flawed or damaged or that something's wrong. So I want you guys to know that if you've been doing your work consistently, that you are not making any mistakes. And part of, for my friend who got this message was, this message is like, she can't save him. She is not his mom. She can't drive to his house and go grab him by the ear and take his suitcase and put him in the car and drive him home to her house. Okay? She can't do that. He needs to do it for himself. So part of this is the trigger of we've always been made to feel responsible for our masculine, but we're not, okay? We are responsible for unconditional love, forgiveness, putting out all these positive vibes, support, whatever, but we are not responsible for saving them. They need to pull themselves out of these situations. When they can pull themselves out and find their strength, okay, their cojones, okay, literally, like, Spirit is showing me, like, when they can grow a set, and I know that doesn't even sound nice, but, and free themselves, that is when this new beginning can start for them, okay? And we, the feminine, are not to blame ourselves if you've been doing your work, that your masculine may still be stuck in whatever he or she is stuck in, okay? So that was a lot coming out of this one card about believing lies. Don't punish yourself, feminine. Don't allow it to be a trigger for you. Continue focusing on yourself. I think the feminine is really in, and again, I'm getting away from the reading for a moment, but even though the feminine is purging and doing all of this stuff, the feminine, for the most part in this collective, is in a really beautiful place of detachment from the outcome, from the immediate situation with their divine counterpart. That being said, I mean, not that we don't care, not that we don't love them, but that there's nothing left that we can do for them. So we sit and do ourselves and live our lives, and when they are ready, okay, and I say when, I don't say if, I say when they are ready, we are here. We're going to do our thing, and we're going to make our lives abundant and as joyful and whole and full and prosperous and happy. And when they are ready, they'll reach out, okay? And I don't know where, oh, so if they're not reaching out, please don't blame yourself, feminine. Don't take this on as your issue. Continue to focus on yourself. Yes, there's always a place in our hearts for them. I love my masculine with every fiber of my being. I love my masculine. He is beautiful. He is the most amazing human being in the world to me. And when he's ready, all he's got to do is send that message, pick up the phone, and say hi. That's it. Blow that horn. Beep, beep. Here I am. And we can then build from there. But I'm not sitting twiddling my thumbs, and I'm not going to, but I am holding a loving space. I am peacefully detached. Do I miss him? Yeah, of course I miss him. You know, but it's not this dire, obsessive longing anymore. Okay? It's truly, I'm in a place of, and a lot of you are in this place of just being comfortably detached, feeling the love, knowing the love is there, and doing what you need to do to have a healthy, full life. And that's it. So that was a lot, and I don't know. Anyway, take what you want from that. Let's keep going. This could be a long video. I'm going to try to keep it under an hour. Okay, so the card that came out with this eggs and lies and needing to recognize our imperfections as beauties instead of damage and flaws is the Mirror card. And I love this card, you guys. Okay? Because this card to me is literally screaming of seeing all of ourselves. Seeing the fullness of who we are in the mirror, the dark and the light, and embracing it. Honoring that we all have this darkness within us as well as this light, and that it's not something that we need to shy away from. You know, even when we heal things, things still come up that bring wounds to the surface, that bring the darkness. You can't have the light without the dark, or the dark without the light. They go together. And it's not a matter of necessarily killing all of our darkness or our ego, because ego is good when it's not in a prideful sort of way. Ego is what we've used to protect ourselves. We're not meant to kill our ego completely. We are meant to come to terms and full understanding and awareness of our ego, of our wounds, of our dark, of our light, and to learn to react and interact in a new way. Okay? Doesn't mean we're not always gonna be perfect. We're gonna sometimes make mistakes, but they're not mistakes, okay? They're just lessons to be learned. All right, anyway, so the mirror. So what is going on is we are facing this mirror right now, full the fuck on, looking at ourselves from every angle, every aspect, every light, every darkness, and facing that. With that, as a clarifying card, comes the dwelling in our truth, okay? And it's so great. And it says, I stand in the light of truth. So in this experience, in getting through the lies that we have been taught, in looking in this mirror of all of who we are, we find our truth, okay? We find our truth. And we can live in that truth peacefully. I mean, she is very peaceful, even though there's clouds around her, okay? And she may not be completely clear. She knows her truth, and she is peacefully and graciously living in that space of her truth. Okay. Okay, next set of the cards. So that was the first little message that came through. The next little message that came through is the Nine of Bows, okay? And this is the Respect card. And this Respect card came out with the Launching Your Journey card. And I'm going to talk about them together. Okay, so here's the launching of the Journey card. And it says, I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. Okay? Now, this guy on the Nine of Bows is setting out on a quest. Okay? He is on a sacred journey. He is going through the woods with his bow, okay? And he knows that this isn't going to be an easy journey, okay? This is not going to be an easy journey, but this is a sacred journey. This is a journey through the woods to find yourself. This is like when they talk about people who, you know, literally disconnect from the world and go out to the depths of the jungle to find themselves. Okay, this is what this is. Okay? This is having respect for the journey we are on. Okay? To continue forward on this journey with integrity and motivation to push through. And this journey doesn't come without some battle wounds, some scars, right? But it's a piece of us needing to evolve in our lives. So there is this evolution that is coming forth from accepting the battle scars, from pushing through the depths of the jungle to dwell in our truth, to face our mirrors and our imperfections, right? And to find our divinity, which is what I love about this launching into the universe, sailing forth into the universe. You know, this is us looking at all parts of ourselves, our humanness, our divinity, all of it. Okay? And having respect for the process, the scars, the wounds, all of it. You know, I keep hearing Spirit say, like, the bitter and the sweet have to go together. And this is letting, you know, biting into the bitterness to get to the sweet, because the sweet spot is coming. Okay. The sweet spot is definitely coming. So the next card we get is the Knight of Bows, which is the Fox. And the Knight of Bows came out with embarking on an adventure. Okay, so we're going to talk about these together also. And that card says, I savor the wonders of the world. Okay, so we're launching on a journey. We're embarking on an adventure. We are pushing through the depths of the jungles to find our truth. And we have the fox. So what is the fox all about? Well, the fox is about seizing the day. The fox uses his instinctual cunning and cleverness and determination, again, determination, motivation, determination to get what he wants. And what does a fox want? A fox, like, think about it. How simple. Like, they want to eat, they want to have sex, they want to sleep, they want to, you know, hunt. They want what they want. They want the fulfillment in their lives, simple fulfillment. But they are happy in their lives. They do what it takes to get their fulfillment. They use their cunning, their intuition, their intellect to accomplish the tasks at hand. Okay? So we are being asked, as we launch onto this journey, as we embark on this adventure, to use our cunning, to use our determination on this path. And again, it's like I talked about the bittersweet, right? The bitterness and the sweetness. And it says, I savor the wonders of the world. Savoring this journey, this opportunity that is being provided to us. Okay. Next part of the reading. And I don't even understand how this all really came out. It just kind of flowed, and it's not, you'll see. All right, so how are we doing this? How are we supposed to use our cunnings, and what is happening for us now? And we get the Ten of Arrows, instruction. So with this moon cycle, I firmly believe, and us being reconnected spiritually to our signs, the last few days we have gotten in the daily card reads about getting messages, you know, channeled messages, signs and synchronicities, but spiritual messages as to what we need to do, where we need to head. And this is the instruction of wisdom, ancient wisdom. Today, I believe knowledge and ancient wisdom was the card of the day. Go back and check it. We are receiving our instructions, okay, in order to perfect our skill. If you've ever done archery, okay, it's not easy. It looks so much easier than it is. And it requires instruction and true skill. And we are being, you know, again, these messages are directing us, are giving us the instructions toward perfecting our skill. And this is wisdom coming from spirit, from within, ancient knowledge that is being awakened within us, that is being provided to us. It is consciously coming into us. You know, the arrows, I believe arrows is like the swords, right, in the regular tarot. But this is not like the same meaning. This is not a negative. The Ten of Swords in the tarot is I don't know, is arrows? I should check. I don't know. Anyway, I guess it doesn't fucking matter. All I'm saying is that instruction, we are receiving our instructions from a sacred ancient wisdom that is within us and coming through us. And it is pointing us in the right direction, toward the target. So keep your eye on the target. Okay, next card is the Green Woman. So this is the card of the Divine Feminine in this reading. And this is really important because she is the Earth Mother. She encompasses both the energy of the Empress and the High Priestess. She is manifesting, okay? She stands over her cauldron, fully connected to Earth as well as the spiritual symbols that she has, okay? And she is ready to wield her magic to manifest that which is bringing from the spiritual realms into the physical, okay? This energy, she is grounding into the physical world, and this is part of the importance of this moon tonight, okay? Is really tapping into not just your intuitive side, your airy-fairy side, but also your very active, action-oriented, grounded Empress energy, using all of your magic, all of your tools to manifest something big, okay? And then we get the Stag, which is the masculine. And I love this because he's just standing guard. This is like he is defending his path. He is defending his ground as to where he is. You know, he's coming through this battle and he's like, I have cleared this fucking path and I am standing here in confidence and power. Oh, and look at this. I forgot to do the clarifying cards with these. Okay. And I'm standing here in my confidence and power. You know, I know where I'm headed and I know what I need to do. All right, so I'm going to go backwards just a minute, you guys. Back to the 10 of Arrows, because the instruction card came with the clarifying card of coming into power. Okay, so that came out with this instruction card. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I'm like all over the place. Maybe I need to ground myself. Holy shit, right? Okay, I was trying to keep this video under an hour is why I'm going so fast, but it's not going to happen. So I'm going to take a deep breath and ground my energy for a second and hold my crystal and explain the clarifying card, which is coming into my power. I step into my power boldly and confidently, okay? This is this divine instruction, okay? She is getting her messages. She got her eye on the prize. The messages that she is getting, the direction she is heading, the spiritual power that she holds within is being connected with, okay? So now we go back to the green woman, right? And with that came, manifesting dreams. Again, what I was talking about, this new moon, manifest. Setting your intentions very clearly from a positive place of manifesting your dreams. Okay, and again, her cauldron reminds me of the bucket of fruit. You know, this cornucopia of fruit, this bucket, my dreams are coming true. Holding the space of believing in this and using your magic to bring it from the heavens, from this airy-fairy place of knowledge and coming into your power, bringing that power into the earth and making things abundant and fruitful. Okay, back to the Stag, okay? So here we have our masculine standing. And here's the clarifying card. Now it makes sense. Standing firm on top of the fucking mountain. I am noble, brave, and strong. The masculine is finding his strength in his messages, in his wisdom, in his instructions and lessons, and coming into his power and his truth and getting through the jungles of this freaking journey, right? The masculine. And again, masculine in the feminine also, not just the counterpart, okay, is coming into a place of being able to stand firm, planting, being noble, you know, and very grounded to the earth. You know, the Stag, he's very earth energy, you know? So being grounded to the earth, and, you know, Spirit's showing me, you know, being grounded to the earth. Well, he may be standing on a pile of rocks, but he's got the red flag, which is that root chakra energy, that deeply grounded energy. Okay, so continue ahead. So what do we have next? The next card we have, what is this all bringing us toward? Do I want to do this next? Hang on. Yeah, is the Ace of Vessels. Love, a new beginning in emotion, in emotional stability, an overflowing of love. Clarifying card. Starting fresh. And it says, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. Okay, this is a new beginning in emotional stability, in relationships of love. Okay, an overflowing of it, pouring forth, an overflowing of it, pouring forth. There's this beautiful swan. I know for so many, swans are really important on this journey. So there's a beautiful swan in this picture. Okay, so what do we need to do? Or I should say, yeah, what do we need to do? What is happening with this now? We have, and this is important, the Knight of Stones, the horse. This is that Aries energy. This is that taking action. I want to say yesterday, maybe the day before, on the card of the day, go back to it, there was two cards that paralleled each other. And it talked about the horse and the clarity and the action. Once the smoke cleared, that our thoughts would be clear and action could be taken. Well, the divine masculine and feminine are taking action in their own ways. Okay? This Aries moon, it's like smacking the horse in the ass and it just takes off. With that came the flying free card. So in taking action, it frees us, okay? It says, what does it say? I unfurl my wings and fly, okay? So we are breaking away. We are taking this action. We are freeing ourselves, flying away from the shit that has held us down, that has held us back. This horse has been let out of the pen. He's ready to be wild again and free. Free to fly. Free to roam, free to run, to play, to be happy. Okay. Now, next part of this reading is all injustices are being taken care of. Okay? Two of Arrows. Injustice is being rectified. Things are coming into balance. You can see the scales above her are completely balanced, okay? All the injustices that have been done to our hearts, to our souls, in our lives, that we have done to ourselves and others, are being corrected. The clarifying card with that is mending bridges. And it says, I heal rifts, I am a mender. Okay, injustice being rectified. All things that have caused our hearts to break, our souls to break, our spirits to break, are being broken and coming back into balances. We're remending those bridges. We're fixing and healing all of those parts. Forward and backwards, look. You know, she's looking on both sides of the bridge. We're healing the past, we're healing the present, and we're healing the future. Okay. So, what does this mean about our union? And under this Ace of Vessels and this starting fresh card is the Six of Vessels, which is the reunion card, which is so beautiful. And it's like literally like this is how the cards are lined up. And you see this beautiful overflow of water that I feel like is just trickling out into the cups at the bottom. So it's like this is at the top of the mountain and this comes down and this water is just flowing. Reunion is happening, okay? Reunion of our truth, reunion in ourselves, reunion with our beloved, okay? And look at the two little otters, you guys. I just saw them. Look at how cute they are, right? There you go. You know, one of them's looking a little like sheepish, like not so sure about getting in the water, but they're together. And they're going to go for a swim together, and I think that's so cute. So what do we need to do? As we are coming closer and closer into reunion, into this renewal and new beginning of love, we need to proceed softly. Even though we are this wild horse and flying free, we need to proceed softly, okay? My inner power grows in moments of quietude. quietude, it says. We need to just proceed softly. So that means not having this harsh like they're showing me, like if your masculine comes back around or sends that message or whatever, to not be that Queen of Swords and like whoosh, you know, cut them down, but to be in your power, to be soft, to be the feminine, not to be walked on, not to be taken advantage of, but to be compassionate and understanding and proceed gently, softly, with compassion and mercy and grace. And that came with making a difference, okay? Which was a card that came this morning also. My inner light shines far and wide. The only thing that we need to do right now is shine our light. Be the lighthouse and allow the ships that are in the harbor, in the darkness, to find us. Allowing your masculine to find you, okay? And just proceed ever so gently. A light doesn't, you know, the lighthouse just stands there and shines. It doesn't have to do anything else. So there is this gentleness about it, that those, when they are ready, will be guided, will be drawn to your light, as your reunion will be drawn to your light. So that's it for the reading. The last card I have, I pulled just for what are we working on for this new moon? What is really the main objective? And with all of this manifesting came out, we're cultivating prosperity. Okay? So I take this, and it says, the abundance of the universe is pouring into my life, right? We are planting seeds. This is springtime in this northern hemisphere, and we are planting these seeds for continued prosperity and abundance to come into our worlds. And this really needs to be the focus of our manifestations for this evening, is these beautiful seeds, planting them and cultivating them. It is not necessarily to be used on focusing on our divine masculine. It is meant to cultivate prosperity and love and abundance in our lives, in whatever way, shape, or form that looks. And this reminds me, there's also one other thing that Spirit's telling me that I need to just address with this moon and with this fire portal, is that there is an ability, there's always an ability, but there is a stronger cosmic push with this portal, with this fire portal gateway that I have been shown, that we are needing to focus on not just cultivating our prosperity, but coming into our highest vibrational, harmonious timeline. There is something going on, and I'm not really clear what it is. Okay, Spirit doesn't show me everything clearly, but I know there is some sort of jumbling of the timelines right now. And part of our intention that we need to sit with and focus on is bringing in the energy, asking for Spirit to allow us to step in, to fully embrace, to allow our highest, most harmonious timelines to be available to us now. So that was the other thing that I wanted to mention, and I'm so glad that Spirit reminded me. And yeah, so that's it, you guys. Remember, if you want those meditations, transmissions, oh my God, they're fucking amazing. Please, the information is in the box under the video. Reach out to Katie if you would like your astrology reports done. And enjoy the fuck out of this moon. You know, enjoy the fuck out of it. You know, use everything you've got inside of you, you guys. Manifest in the most beautiful ways. Enjoy. I am sending you all so much love and light. Gratitude and blessings. Always, beautiful souls. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you again next month. Otherwise, I'll see you on Patreon. Mwah. I love you guys. Bye-bye.